I've established a couple of times in the past that Weezer is one of my favorite 90s bands of all time. I know some people who watch me don't like Weezer. I've shared Weezer songs a couple of times in my Discord server, and some people would say, "Oh, Weezer sucks ass, dude. Why do you listen to them?" And I would be like, because I like them, whatever. Anyway, Weezer is still one of my favorite 90s bands of all time. Blue and Pinkerton are fucking classics. And not to say that, aside from those big two albums, that they haven't had any good albums, but Jesus Christ, Weezer is one of the most hit or miss bands I've ever heard in my entire life. Like I said, Blue and Pinkerton, phenomenal albums. I like Blue more, deal with it. Green Album, meh. Maladroit was good, not great, but good. Make Believe was dog shit, aside from like two songs that I enjoy. Red is overhated. I really enjoy that album personally. Ratitude, easily Weezer's worst album. No, almost no redeeming factors of that album at all. It is dog shit throughout. Hurley is just meh. Everything Will Be Alright in the End is great. White Album is my third favorite Weezer album, actually. It's a great album. Amazing. Pacific Daydream, pretty bad. Black Album, fucking terrible. Almost as bad. Almost as bad as Ratitude. Not quite there, but almost as bad. And you might be scratching your head wondering, what do you think of Teal? You skipped over Teal. Teal came out a little bit before Black Album. What are your thoughts on that one? Well, I also think Teal is pretty bad, but it's a cover album. It's not. I don't consider it canonical with the rest of Weezer's discography, so that's why I kind of skipped over that. But yes, Teal is fucking god awful. I listened to it once and I never want to listen to it again. But there is one song off Teal that especially grinds my gears. Their cover of Africa. Oh my god, that song. You might be wondering, what is especially bad about that song? I hear it so many goddamn times whenever I go to the store or to a restaurant or on my alternative station. I fucking hate that cover. I hate the original song. I think the original song is bad enough. I always hated it. I remember one time in my English class back in junior year, there were for whatever reason the teacher played Africa and a bunch of the kids were singing along with the song, and I'm like, how the fuck can you like this song? It is so bland, so fucking boring. I hate it so much, and Weezer didn't really do it much justice. They didn't do much better. Their cover is about as bland and boring as the original. Okay, maybe it's slightly better. Slightly better. I'll give Weezer that. Maybe I like it a smidget more than the original. Okay, but that's still not good enough to make me like it or want to listen to it willingly. And the only time I ever hear this fucking song is whenever I go to the store or to a restaurant or on the alternative station. I don't get what the fuck made that song so popular. Jesus fucking Christ. I know they did it as a little meme, and then they made Teal. The cover of Africa came before Teal, and then they just put it on Teal because Teal is a cover album. And I guess Weezer just wanted to milk the joke for all it's worth. Oh, look at us covering more pop songs, and we also covered Black Sabbath for whatever reason. Isn't that so funny? No, it's not. It's not funny at all. I remember watching this news video. Apparently, some Ohio girl made some Weezer fan account on Twitter and was begging them to cover Africa for months and months on end. And then Weezer eventually noticed this and actually went through and made the cover. And hey, you know what? That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome that they did that. And it's also really awesome for that girl who made that account. The band actually listened to her, and they actually went through and covered the song for her. And again, I have no complaints with that. That is awesome, and she also got a video from one of the members of Toto, and Ringo Starr made an appearance in that video that they sent her, and that is also fucking awesome. I bet she is above and beyond ecstatic over that, but if I could go back in time and convince her not to go through with this, I would. Because I just cannot stand this fucking cover. Where I am, it is played so goddamn much to the point where I'm just so fucking sick of this stupid fucking cover. I listened to the cover when it came out over a year ago. I think that's when it came out. And I was like, wow, this is pretty bad. It's not really better than the original by a whole lot. And again, I hate the original song too. So I plan on never listening to this again. And I thought, this song would just leave my memory. I would completely forget about this song right after I listened to that song. I listened to a couple of Blue Album songs to wash it down, but then it ended up being a pretty big hit for Weezer. Their first hit since like what the fucking mid 2000s when they released Beverly Hills, which is also a fucking garbage song, by the way. Anyway, it began to become a big hit, and my alternative station played it a lot. Stores I go to play it a lot. Restaurants I go to play it a lot. And still to this day, I hear this song a lot, and I usually start ranting and raving to my friends or family, whoever I may be with, when this fucking stupid cover is playing. And I'm like, God fucking damn. Why do they keep playing this song all the time? I can't stand this cover. I love Weezer and all, but they put out so much fucking garbage. Like, what's so infuriating about this band is they can still make really good music. Everything will be alright in the end, and White Album it's fucking proof of that, okay? Both really great albums that have come out in recent years. Weezer has shown time and time again that they still have it in them, but they just choose to not. Sometimes when they're making an album, they just choose not to make good music for whatever fucking reason. And thank God for smartphones and headphones, because whenever I hear this dreadful cover playing wherever I am, I put on my headphones and blast, I don't know, My Name is Jonas or any of my other favorite Weezer songs ever. By the way, My Name is Jonas is the best Weezer song ever, don't at me. So Weezer is in another little rut again. They put out 3 garbage albums in a row: Pacific Daydream, Teal, and Black Album. And God willing, Van Weezer takes them out of this rut. I mean, the single they put out like a month ago, The End of the Game, is really, really promising, and I really, really hope that the rest of the album maintains the quality of that song. I am really crossing my fingers, because you just never know with this band. And the sad thing is, if Van Weezer actually does end up being amazing, we're still more than likely going to see more shit Weezer albums in the future, because Weezer, whenever they make a really great album that fans love and people are like, wow, Weezer is back, they're making great music again, I love this, Weezer just feels the need to follow it up with a really terrible pop album. I just don't get it at all, man. And hey, maybe the band is fucking with us. Maybe they see whenever their album gets a really positive reaction, they see this positive reaction that the album they just recently received from fans, and the band was like, hey, you know that album we just released recently that got a really positive reception from our fans? You want to know what would be so fucking hilarious? If we followed that album up with an album that we know our fans would really hate. Wouldn't that be so funny? No, it would not be funny at all. And if that's the case, if that's what the band is doing, the joke is above and beyond old. You don't have to keep repeating this pattern. We know you can still make great music when you want to, so just continue to make great music and your fans will shut the fuck up and leave you alone. So please, just please, continue to make good music like we know you can still do. So yeah, fuck Weezer's cover of Africa, and fuck Toto, and fuck the original song too. That's all I have to say, bye-bye.